Good afternoon. For my case study, I chose to look at responding to changing customer requirements, the drive toward wellness. This case study was about how Nestle was looking at customers' needs and responding to the drive toward wellness, as the name says. So the company has this long history of providing to the needs, which are ever changing, of its customer base. In 1866, it was started under a different name, and in 1867, Henri Nestle had the first innovation, which was baby formula. A friend of his had a child that couldn't nurse, so they used their condensed milk to create baby formula. Now, if you fast forward today, Nestle has this history of providing nutritious products ongoing since 1867, nearly 150 years. And they've come to use market research and product development to continue to do this. Now, they're the largest food and beverage company in the world, according to this case study. And if you look at their own website, Nestle.com, they had $92.4 billion in sales in 2019. So that motto, good food, good life, is making some pretty good profits. So, how do they find out what the customer's needs are? Well, they look at various forms of information to assess this. So, they look at research done by market-led companies. They use small groups like qualitative and quantitative, which are much larger. And what they do is they find out, using these groups, like they find out, say, what athletes need or what people who are adhering to a certain diet need, and then they find out what the population as a whole needs in these larger studies. So they also make use of their research, their scientific research, which helps with the development of products, as well as the market-led research. So at the time of this case study in 2001, they had 600 scientists and food techs who worked on their research end of the product development. Now, if you fast forward to today, that team has over 3,900 employees, and they have institutes dedicated to research all over the world. They also, in fact, have their own Nestle Nutrition Institute.org website, where you can find some of their research information, various nutrition topics, and resources, so that you as the customer can become even more informed about what a healthy lifestyle looks like. They have product lines that you wouldn't probably recognize as Nestle unless you read the labels. Gerber baby food, Perrier water, Cheerios cereal, Hot Pockets, Haagen-Dazs ice cream. They also provide food for commercial restaurants and concepts. So they take all of this, and essentially their strategic development is to continue to meet the customer needs. That's their objective. And the strategy today has become to promote wellness. Now, the wellnessglobalinstitute.org website states that wellness is a $4.5 trillion market in 2018. Now, of that $4.5 trillion, $702 billion was spent on healthy nutrition alone. Now, we also take a look at fitness. That same website says that $828 billion was spent on physical activity in some form or fashion. Of that, $109 billion was spent on fitness. So that is a very large portion of the community that is looking to promote wellness. So Nestle is continuing with that history. So basically, they use research and development in various means and ways. They look at social changes, whether it's government initiatives um, or other things to gauge the needs of their customer base. So Nestle has this long history of providing products that meet the needs of their customers, and chances are they'll continue to do that because, as you can see, they have very unique ways, and they spend more on research and development than any other food and beverage company. So it's been interesting to look at how Nestle has operated, how they've grown, and essentially that they've never changed from, the model of looking at their customers' needs and providing them. It's just the way that they've gone about it, and they've incorporated the technology as it has come about. So thank you. That's all I have. And chances are you're going to enjoy a Nestle product, if not today, at some point in the near future.